Hello everyone, how's it going? It's your boy Skilled Fawn, and we're back doing a Demon Souls challenge run. And in this challenge run, we're going to be doing a shields only run. And so yeah, let's waste no time and get straight on into the rules. So the rules for this run are shields only, like I mentioned. Any shields are allowed. I must beat the game. And then lastly is glitches and or exploits are allowed. And throughout this video, you'll hear the Demon Souls Nexus song. So yeah, let's start the challenge, and we're gonna get into the gates of the Balaria, and we're gonna get the Cling Ring first. This is a very good ring overall. Gonna give me more health in general in soul form. And we're also gonna get the Thief Ring. This makes it so enemies detect me uh, less frequently, and at like further ranges it's harder for them to see me. And yeah, surprisingly the first boss was the hardest. And because there's like at least 20 of these guys running around, and not really running, but they're like moving around trying to block me from actually hitting the main boss. And yeah, I definitely tried this a few times. I was almost worried just because I almost had to like start farming for the grass crest heal. I was running so low. Yeah, luckily we do take Phalanx down as the first boss of many, but definitely the one of the hardest for this run. And we're gonna progress a bit further, and we're gonna have this dragon come and say hello to us, and clear a path and head on into 1-2's boss, which is the Tower Knight, and he goes absolutely hard. I definitely think it's one of the coolest boss intros, like Soulsborne was, especially with the music. It just goes so hard. But yeah, we're gonna just run past him and take out his henchman while he's trying to like laser blast me. Uh, though I don't have enough damage to kill them, and I end up knocking a bunch of them down. So I have to run from side to side and finish them off, which is fine. And we're just gonna go for his legs, but it is very minuscule damage. So I'm just really trying to knock him down, so I'm able to get the most damage from that. His head, which you can still see it's not that much, but it is a lot better than 3 or whatever it was. But yeah, some of these fights do take a long time, especially like the early ones, just because I don't have any of my shields upgraded. But we do get Tower Knight down, and then we're gonna head on into 2-1. And kind of funny, I was standing right where the Archstone was, so I teleported up. Like, what the hell? We're gonna go to the smithing grounds. This way I'll be able to upgrade my shields and get the upgrade material pretty easily. And so yeah, let's head into the boss, which is Armor Spider. And luckily when I was in 1-1 for the Gates of Balaria, I did get the flame shield. So it was just quite nice damage resistance for this area. But yeah, this is like pretty much Armor Spider goes in like a cycle where it'll like spew out that, and then it'll hit or like do melee a few times, and then just keep going back and forth. Especially with that flame shield, it just makes it so nice for when it sprays the 3 fireballs. We get the spike shield up a bit, and we're gonna jump off into the Nexus. This way we are in soul form now, and especially for this area, I know it can be quite difficult with these skelly boys. Keep on progressing. I do want to get past and skip most of the area just so I get the Regenerator Ring, and I'm able to just go to the boss super soon after. And so yeah, this boss is Adjudicator. It's basically like this bird controlling this massive creature. There's like two ways you could go about this fight. If you're like a mage, you could shoot down directly onto the bird. Like in a consumables run, you just stay up there. But yeah, if you're melee, you gotta slash that piece that's sticking out of them. And it definitely takes a few hits, but more like 2 to like 4 rotations depending on your weapon and how much damage you're dealing. But we are able to get like really good damage on Adjudicator, make it so it's gonna be at least like a 3-phase fight. And yeah, just like that, Adjudicator goes down. Another demon soul acquired. And yeah, we're gonna now progress on into Latria. I did mostly go to the 4-1 just for I'm sorry, 5-1 just for the Regenerator's Ring mostly, and now I'm going to Latria mostly just for the clever rat ring, the royal rat ring, whatever it's called. The good thing about the Regenerator Ring is it obviously heals you, like especially for the World 6, that's really nice to kind of cancel out the poison. And yeah, this guy is so funny. He's just standing there. If you don't kill him, he will keep summoning this next boss, which is Fool's Idol. And the way that you can tell if because this boss spawns like multiple clones of itself, if you lock on to the enemies and they have a health bar, that means it's not the boss. So that's like a good way that you can tell. Another way too is by like the cool blast that it shoots out. Pretty sure the main bosses is a lot bigger than the other ones. But we're just gonna take down the ads in this. These guys usually aren't that much of a hindrance, but from time to time they will try and hit you. It can be quite frustrating. We do get some really nice damage. We have the shield at a decent upgrade right now. And yeah, unfortunately, the boss does also like place a bunch of these things on the ground that can trap you. Just like that, Fool's Idol goes down. Super easy. Though we did get trapped a few times, but no worries. We're gonna progress on further into Latria. We're gonna take down the Maneater Duo next. But to get to them, we have to knock down this heart, like massive heart creature thing that's in the middle of the tower, blocking our path. And yeah, once we get it to fall, we're able to climb up. And at first, I was usually with Maneater, I like to use that rat ring just so I get more damage. But the problem is I have very low HP. I can just die in one hit, which is unfortunate. But yeah, you'll see a few runs here. I am able to get the cheese off pretty easily. And if you don't know what the cheese is if you use the thief ring, you go in this corner. Once the second one spawns, you can basically make them run off. So it's just a 1v1 fight. But yeah, we're not going to use the rat ring. I think I toss on. Probably the Yeah, the Thief Ring and then the King Ring. Good combo. I also didn't want to die for the next boss, just in case he was somewhat challenging. So yeah, the more you die, the more your world will go into black tendency, especially if human form. I don't think soul form it matters. But so I can tell by like the music changing and also just like how long the fight was going on that the boss was gonna come soon and go in this corner. And sometimes he won't notice you right away, so you have to move slightly closer to the bottom of the staircase. See, he's like still flying up there sometimes, yeah. So once you move over here, his AI will recognize to come down. You just move on back. And yeah, you'll see later on he'll just move kind of like under where he spawned. He'll just be running in place. Oh, it's just a 1v1 fight from now on. We get the first Maneater down. Quite nice. And we're gonna go take out the second one. And it's just so funny doing this cheese. And I do want to take out that like snake tail thing because I don't want him to be empowered. And after a little bit of him going crazy with his fly, sometimes they can be a bit finicky. We do take them down. And yeah, next we're gonna head into Old Monk, which is the next boss, the next and last boss of this zone. And it's also going to be our first archdemon. And when you kill an archdemon, you do get the ability to teleport to the other archstones, like from any of the archstone shards. And yeah, the good thing about this boss is he is very close range, like the AI slash NPC. If you are like online, obviously it can be whatever the person brings, but you know, you don't want to go against the sweat versus a shield only build. So yeah, we do take down Old Monk, get Archdemon Soul. This allows us to go to 1-3 if we wanted to. Past the fogged wall. But we're gonna go to the Shrine of Storms and fight Old Hero now. And since we are here, we do have a nice farming spot. So if I ever needed that, I can get some nice souls. Especially these two Reapers right there, they're really good for farming. And then you could like teleport back or whatever. This last one is quite annoying just because it's in a weird spot. But yeah, we're gonna go into one of the cooler bosses in this game, in my opinion. Even though he is quite like out of place in for this game. I don't know. He's pretty sick. A lot of the Demon Souls bosses are quite like puzzly, or they're very gimmicky. Especially this is the remake, but you know, it's obviously based off of the original. You know, they're experimenting with a lot of stuff. And yeah, Old Hero usually takes a really long time, depending on the run. The nice thing is with like poison kunai, as it would make it a lot faster, but you know, since this is a shield only, we're not going to be doing that. We eventually take him down. And yeah, at this point, you're probably like, Guild Fawn, how are you going to take out the next boss? He's flying in the air. And you're going to have to stick around and see. You have to wait. We are next going to go to Penetrator, though, and take him out. And then we're going to finish off the second area, or the smithing grounds, afterwards. And yeah, Penetrator has some really cool movesets, like his attacks, and especially his grab. Like if you do grab it, it's very cool, but you're like, ah, damn, I'm dead. And yeah, I highly recommend you guys to try out any of these runs that I do. They are really fun and definitely make you a better player overall. Yeah, they've definitely made me for some of these ones. Especially the consumables one. But yeah, that attack right there where he does that grab is quite, it can be misinterpreted for like another attack, because they do look quite similar. Gotta watch out for that. But at this point, we have really good health, total health, and we have really good grasses to choose from to gain health, so not too much to worry about. And next, we're going to head on into Flame Lurker. And at first with Flame Lurker, I figured that I would, you know, use the Flame Shield, but only use that. I would upgrade it. And yeah, once I, like, attacked him with the shield, the damage was so abysmal, I couldn't even, I couldn't use it anymore, so I used it as like a blocking shield, but then used the spike shield, or I'm pretty sure the spike shield as the main weapon. You'll see it's really slow, and it's very little damage. Quite unfortunate. So like mid-fight, I had to quickly switch out my shields. But you'll see right here, it's a lot better. Definitely not like, you know, amazing, but better than the other one was, and it's a lot faster attacking. But Flame Lurker, I mean, even though we do have the shield, he is just a tough boss overall, so I'm always gonna stay on my toes. Sure, I'm not gonna, you know, get absolutely blasted. Luckily though, I have been upgrading my health and my endurance a bit, so I'm able to block a lot of these attacks. But yeah, this fight, it does take quite a long time, just because of Flame Lurker's aggression and just me, you know, playing it somewhat safe, because I don't want to die. Especially in human form, that would be the worst. And after this, we're going to be going into a puzzle boss, which is, I'd say, out of the puzzle bosses, one of my favorites, especially in this game. Definitely way better than Beta Chaos. Beta Chaos is arguably like the worst boss, Soulsborne boss. Dragon God is quite difficult if you're just like, you know, trying to go really fast, but if you have the Thief Ring and, you know, you just play it nice and slow, you're gonna be fine. So we're able to get the first cannon shot off, and we're gonna head on over the other side and shoot that one, and that'll allow us to actually hit his chin, finish him off. And yeah, he is a pretty cool boss, but you know, he is a quick fight, especially if you know how to play it. And so yeah, after this, I decided most likely I probably should six the world because I haven't even started it yet. Figured I should probably get a little bit of progress before I finish the other stuff. And so yeah, just like a few swipes and then just back up. I think it's like every 100 damage or so he like knocks up his head. Just because I mean he has very little HP at this point. And yeah, another archdemon down. Quite nice. We're gonna keep on progressing to like I mentioned, the 6th area, which is the depraved chasm. And this next boss can be just like weirdly difficult because he it's just this massive pile of leeches and his attacks are quite erratic, especially when you're down next to him. So we're gonna make our way all the way down. You could drop down, but I figured I didn't want to lose too much health just in case. But yeah, you can see. Luckily, I don't take much damage just because this is a pretty early boss. And I'm decently leveled up my shield and stuff. But yeah, with Leechmonger down, we're gonna head on over to Dirty Colossus. And Dirty Colossus can be quite difficult just because he shoots out like this thing that saps your health over time. But if you have the Regenerator Ring and you have pretty good grasses, you are able to kind of cancel it. So it could be an easy fight, depending on, you know, how often you're able to dodge the things. But we don't have the most damage, definitely not like Leechmonger, but still not terrible. I've had to endure worse. And yeah, I did get pretty greedy there, and I like used all my stamina and almost got hit. But it is quite nice when I hit him and he does stagger. It is quite rare. And yeah, eventually we do get him down. It does take a little bit, just because, you know, we are using a shield, even though it is upgraded. And we're gonna head on into Maiden Astria and Garry Vinland. And the whole gimmick of this fight is you basically just have to take down Garry Vinland and, you know, well, I mean, there's like 3 ways you can really go about this fight. You can go to the left, fight Garry Vinland, and then you can jump down into like this toxic pool, like that's worse than poison status effect, and yeah, I mean, you would have to fight, or well, Garry Vinland that way too, most likely. I've never done it that way. Every time when I first played this, I went down there and just died over and over. But yeah, then the third way is if you go to the right, you can just shoot with a bow or, you know, sorcery, whatever. But the really cool thing is you're able to just parry him over and over. But yeah, unfortunately, he knocked me into the... it's called the Plague. That's what... I keep forgetting DS1 is toxic. But yeah, it's basically Scarlet Rot or toxic from DS1, and it just dwindles your health even faster than poison. So yeah, thank you, Garry Vinland. We're gonna have to redo it, but no worries. At least with him, I'm pretty decent at parrying now. But you want to make sure that he doesn't walk down those stairs if you can help it, just because he will start two-handing a bit more often. And I don't know, his AI is just a bit weird when he's down beyond the stairs. But yeah, I mean, even though repairing him, it's still decently low damage, so it's gonna take a little bit. But we do eventually get him down, and then we just have to talk to Maiden Astria to really, you know, kill her. Alright, Garl, you did your task. You tried to. We're gonna pick up his armor and stuff, even though we won't be using it most likely. And we're gonna go talk to Straya. She'll hand over her demon soul. Next, we're gonna get to the moment you guys have all been waiting for. How am I gonna beat Storm King with a shield? I know you guys are all wondering that. But yeah, you can see just how much of the plague it actually like takes your health down pretty fast, and like a decent amount of it, especially like low vigor, would kill you pretty quickly. But yeah, the answer, killing Storm King with the shield, is it is not possible. Not some type of shield that does some type of ranged attack. So unfortunately, the run would stop there. But yeah, we do take him down with the weapon, and we're gonna, you know, obviously keep going, even though we had that there. We're gonna use the shield for Old King Allant and King Allant. But yeah, technically the run should end there because I was not able to do pure shield only. But you know, in fun and spirit, we're gonna keep progressing to the cooler, like definitely one of the coolest bosses in the game. I put like him and then Old Hero next. They are very sick. He is very tanky. I mean, a lot of the late game bosses are tanky, but especially him. And I usually don't like getting too close to King Allant because he can have like a ton of quick attacks that deal a ton of damage, even if you are leveled up. And he can be kind of glitchy at some points, so I just try and stay away from him. Especially that charge attack right there, it is very buggy from time to time. You see right here. Like, what am I supposed to do right there? That is so trash, bro. This has happened to me so many times in this game. I doubt it's intentional, but like it's milliseconds that you have reaction time. It's just so bad. But yeah, we do eventually press on, even though that did kind of throw me off guard, I'm not gonna lie. And like whenever that happens, it just makes me really you know, worried to run up on him. Just very close, one tap away, and we're gonna go take down the true final boss. Even though Old King Allant is, you know, technically the final boss. Because yeah, the last one was just laughable, but it is more of like a lore boss, or it's just supposed to tell a story. And yeah, we do get him down, and we are going to finish the game. It was super fun. We got it in under 5 hours, or 5.5 hours. And yeah, we're gonna take down the Maiden in Black. Figured, why not? I'm pretty sure the last time we got the good ending, so we'll do the bad one now. Claim the souls for ourselves. And so yeah, I greatly appreciate you guys coming, watching the video. Expect a bunch of other content coming to the channel soon. If you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to drop a like, comment, and or subscribe. It'd greatly support me. And yeah, so I greatly appreciate you guys again. And this is Skilled Fawn, and I'm out.